I do hope you guys enjoyed lunch and you had a great opportunity to hear a little bit that you didn't know and that you can take back with you as you formulate your ideas. We've really wanted to share a lot of stories, mention technology, the changes that are going on. That's really what this has been about. As technology continues to evolve, David and I had an opportunity to talk first thing when he walked in this morning, and it was about change and how rapidly things continue to change. And that's really what NSI has built their delivery model on. And that's why in the last year we have focused a significant amount of effort into developing a managed service delivery model. Because technology is changing, it's becoming more complex. Managing it, supporting it, maintaining it is a challenge at times to organizations, depending on how large your staff is or how much project activity you have going on. So what we want to do is just share a little bit with you about what we have done in an effort to co-source with you guys, not outsource. That's a bad word, I'm going to assume, to many people. How many of you like it? Why don't we like outsource? I asked this question yesterday. A guy had a perfect answer. Why don't we like to outsource? Or that word. I don't want to lose my job. That's exactly the job. That's a nasty word, and we're not interested in anybody losing their job, but what we are interested in doing is coming alongside of our customers, helping them implement technology, helping them manage it more efficiently to business outcomes that are to their advantage. A more efficient operation, okay? Getting more out of the risk assessments and making sure that the security is in place to optimize for your organizations. How we maximize the assets and the expense that the company goes through to buy the technology. How do you maximize that? How do you get the most life out of it and build? Jeff referred to that 1 and 3 year vision plan. And I'm going to ask you guys, how many of you are operating today, in your knowledge, to the 3-year vision plan that you built? And that's a very common. I got one going, maybe. It's not uncommon, guys. It is, in the 3 days we've done this seminar in 3 different cities, that's the exact answer everywhere. So our objective is to help you build a 1 and a 3 year plan, and maybe we can't match that 3-year plan because technology changes as rapidly as it does. But we can, in an organized and in a thoughtful way, help you build a plan that you can move towards. And as different things are introduced into technology, maybe we have to do a little bit of an adjustment, but it's not a massive surprise because we're sitting with you on a periodic basis and we're reviewing with you where technology is going, what's coming out. We've got 38 engineers within NSI in 4 different practices that bring a wealth of knowledge to our customers that we work with. And that knowledge helps you to think about where you're going. Think about what technology is doing for you or can do for you and how we can help you implement that. And then once that's all said and done, how do we help you manage it? I'll start by saying if you're not monitoring your infrastructure proactively right now, you're making a mistake. You've got to be monitoring to see what's going on. We offer, that's one of the main levels of support from our managed service offering is our 24/7, 365 monitoring platform where we remediate issues that come out. That takes all that burden off of your staff and allows you to focus on more strategic things at the top. That's that co-sourcing model. Okay? So we would love to talk with you more about that, about how we can come alongside and just be your partner and help you be more effective and achieve those business objectives. And that's what the managed service practice is about. Okay? I'm not going to do a big presentation with slides and everything to you. We want to talk with you about it, and it starts with a conversation. If there's a way that we can help you to deliver technology within your organization more efficiently, more effectively, and help you manage that technology and free your staff up to do things more strategically for your company, that's what we want to do. Okay? Change is inevitable. We have to respond to change. Kodak. What's Kodak famous for?
Polaroid.
Pardon?
Polaroid.
Polaroid. Film. Cameras. You guys know that an engineer within Kodak actually he discovered digital camera technology in 1976, I believe it was. Kodak introduced the first consumer-based digital camera in the early 90s. I believe it was 1994. Where's Kodak today? 2011, they filed for bankruptcy. 11 years, maybe 12 years after they introduced the most phenomenal technology that we have iPhone now that take pictures better than cameras did 5 years ago. They introduced the technology, and that introduction, because they didn't stay up with the change and they couldn't change quick enough, ran them over. Change is inevitable, and our technology is changing. So I would really encourage a conversation with you guys. Going back to our HyperFlex, our ACI, I do want to share one business study with you. Anybody familiar here with City Harvest? Ever hear of that company? City Harvest is a company in New York City whose mission is to rescue food for the hungry on the streets of New York City. 40% of all food manufactured in this country goes to waste. And that was a staggering number when I read that. What they have done is they've built a business on rescuing that food. They delivered 55 million pounds of food throughout New York City in 2016 to shelters, to soup kitchens, to the hungry. And they did it for free. Now, obviously, they had sponsors and donors backing their operation. But maybe what's the most interesting thing is they've got 160 employees, over 10,000 volunteers, and they just introduced the HyperFlex system into their infrastructure. Why? Several reasons. They had several things they were trying to solve. They had concern about security because they had people that were going out to donor site and distributors that are logging in over VPN, had to log in and work through the VPN site in hopes of gaining more donors and such. They had volunteers who were trying to check their email and be involved in the social world. It's all security related. But there's a cost associated to it. How many people here deliver technology, the support, the day-to-day, set up the PC, set up the laptops? Well, that's your day-to-day job right now. Don't be bashful. Somebody has to do it, right? Nobody's delivering that. Is everybody in here an IT manager then? Is that safe? I got a very exciting crowd. Come on, guys, help me out. How long does it take to deploy a desktop or a laptop? On the average? A couple hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. I had a guy tell me yesterday 5 hours. They introduced HyperFlex and they brought into that the VDI technology. They deployed desktop in minutes versus an hour. They reduced their desktop refresh costs by 75%. A thin client is 75% of a regular laptop or a PC. Not only that, by employing the HyperFlex solution, they reduced the size of their infrastructure and their hardware. Because they had a small data center, they reduced an entire rack of hardware. They saved over $100,000 in the refresh and the cooling costs of their organization by implementing that solution. So they optimized the efficiency of the operation, they maximized the cost of the assets that they were spending, they improved the delivery of service to their customer, and they reduced their security risks. All key elements and what we want to deliver as a partner.